At the end of MK11 Aftermath, Kang created a new timeline, resetting everything we once knew to create something more peaceful and serene. On May 18th, 2023, we got our first glimpse of this new reality, the good and the bad. And since then, we've gotten hints here and there that something isn't quite right in Kang's timeline. Are these issues unavoidable when crafting a new era? Or is Kang unfit to protect Earthrealm? So let's go ahead and talk about that, as well as other instances of issues in this new era, and if Kang made a critical mistake. Alright, so welcome back. Today I am joined by my good friend JD.
Yo, what's up? I'm here.
And today I wanted to talk a little bit about Kang. With the release of the new Garrus trailer, we are led to believe that there is something going on in Kang's new timeline. Something has gone awry, and there is a reason that Garrus is conversing with Kang. With the conversation that Garrus has with Kang, it does seem that he is basically telling him like, hey, you're enjoying your place as being Earthrealm's protector, but you try to avoid some things. You try to get rid of certain enemies and neutralize them, and it actually created alternate issues. Do you have anywhere you want to take that and talk about the potential places or where Kang might have messed up?
Yeah, so let me just go ahead and clear my throat, get all the way ready, because I'm about to say a lot, okay? So I need everybody to listen up, get your popcorn, your beverage, all of that, your Pop-Tarts, whatever the case may be, and listen up, because, yeah, this is going to be a lot. From this trailer, it's clear that Kang and Garrus have not seen each other / talked in a decent amount of time. They literally say eons. Kang said it's been eons, my friend. So with that being said, Garrus also states that duty is his highest calling, which means that Kang obviously made it clear that he's the keeper of the hourglass, and I'm guessing Kang just appointed him to take watch over everything, and just in case anything were to happen, come and let him know. And that's what happened in the trailer, right? If we're going from there, it's clear that there has been, quote unquote, Kang's vision of peace for a long amount of time, especially if we're going about from Sub-Zero and the Lin Kuei trailer, stating that there hasn't been any conflict for so long. What duty do I have to protect Earthrealm if there's nothing to fight against? Like, there's nobody trying to invade or nothing like that. There's been peace for a long time, right?
Yeah, exactly. And also from the, like you said, the conversation with Garrus, we know that since it's been eons, even if they would have talked with each other at the, inception of this new era, they definitely haven't talked in quite some time. So it does seem that peace has been a thing for a very long time.
Exactly. So I guess Kang thought that he was successful in creating the new timeline to just have it be about peace and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I'm sure for a while it was peace. But Garrus makes it clear that trying to stop certain things caused other things to happen that you didn't even factor in.
Yeah.
So my guess is, well, not even my guess. It's clear that Shang Tsung is behind the majority of what's going on right now. It's not necessarily clear, but it just makes sense, right? The conversation that Lee May had with Kang in the carriage in the Comic-Con trailer states that he knows that Shang Tsung is pulling the strings as far as specifically Shao Kahn. Not Shao Kahn, but General Shao. And trying to getting him to use his army to try to overthrow Outworld's hierarchy and become Shao Kahn once again, like how it was in the old timeline. Now that made me think that, okay, boom, it seems like whoever is behind all this is trying to get the timeline to revert back to its original form and how certain things happen in the old timeline. Hear me out. The Tarkat disease, right? I feel that Kang's love for Katana made him make an era, or a timeline, I should say, of where rather than Melina being a clone that's bound to happen anyway by fate, you might as well make them twin sisters so that their relationship can be a lot better. It's not, them fighting all the time, or we don't necessarily know, but it's clear that Katana loves Melina, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But like in the old timeline, how she was cloned and mixed with Tarkatan blood, it's clear that, I'm guessing those were Reiko soldiers or General Shao soldiers that took Baraka's blood, used a syringe, took the blood, and I'm guessing they used that specific syringe to poison Melina.
Yeah, very possible. Yeah, for sure. And
My guess, the way the rain was looking a little suspicious in that trailer when Melina was coughing and stuff, and he was sitting there like, "I'm gonna sip my tea." I'm just saying, that's just my, I
yeah,
could be
that's fair.
wrong, but
That's fair.
it does make sense to me, Anyway, boom. Also, Kenshi starts off not blind. Everybody knows the original reason why Kenshi became blind. Dun, 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 coincidence. Shang Tsung.
Yeah, it's still gonna be him. That's tragic.
All of these events, at least like Liu Kang said, Shang Tsung planted the seed. I feel that somebody is telling Shang Tsung to do this, because I feel that Shang Tsung would be a regular person or like a regular sorcerer, and that if he was really a problem, Liu Kang could just off him, seeing that he can snap his fingers and summon black holes, which is really freaking fire. If I have, that's
pretty fire. It is.
If he can do that, like, you think he could just do anything. But that being said, me and Karma have come to the conclusion that it's pretty clear that the main villain of the game is Onaga / Damashi. It's pretty clear. Like the undead army is there. It's clearly Onaga's undead army. Like, they look like, you can't tell me that's not them.
No, 100%. And like you were saying with it's actually Shang Tsung. Like, still, like, Melina being Tarkatan, Shang Tsung, Kenshi being blinded, Shang Tsung. Like, this is history repeating itself. And
literally,
a lot of the reason Liu Kang even created this timeline was, of course, to negate a lot of that stuff. And with the Garrus trailer, like we had stated earlier, since it is the most recent thing and gives us a lot of insight on what Liu Kang actually has to do as somebody who created this new timeline, as somebody who is the new protector, it does seem that a lot of this is his responsibility. And it is stated in that trailer that the actual hourglass not only determines time, but it also determines destiny. And so, like you said, he tried to fix Melina. He maybe did it for Katana, to make Katana have a happy family, have a happy life with her sister. And then as for Kenshi, maybe Liu Kang wanted to make it to where Kenshi wasn't blinded by Shang Tsung, or etc. For all of these things. Maybe even Liu Kang wanted the Tarkatans to not have to suffer or have to be like this evil race in Outworld. But it does seem that with the hourglass basically determining destiny regardless of what happens, it seems that Liu Kang could only postpone these things happening. And even if you don't say postpone, he can change some things, right? Because like the timeline is different in several aspects. So like with the Tarkat disease, Melina isn't Tarkatan, but she becomes Tarkatan. It's gonna happen. She's gonna get the Tarkat disease. So Liu Kang could alter her life, or he could alter certain events in her life, but the destiny, her fate is already sealed. The hourglass already determined it. Another example of this is with the Lin Kuei brethren. So like, even though Kuai Liang is Scorpion in this timeline, of course that is now confirmed, and Hanzo is not Scorpion, we don't need Hanzo to be Scorpion in this timeline for history to repeat itself. We have Bihan, we have Scorpion. So in this timeline, it's still very possible that Bihan is killed by Scorpion. And yes, in this timeline, Scorpion isn't Hanzo Asashi, but he'll still be killed by Scorpion, and it repeats the timeline. And especially in this instance, Bihan has this strong distaste with his father, and Kuai Liang or Scorpion actually loves his father and respected his father. So it would make sense.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Like, that Bihan killed his dad, man. Like,
100%.
God like my father is just not something you just say. Like his relationship with Scorpion and Smoke is going to be really interesting, seeing that not only is Scorpion his brother, Smoke is their adopted brother.
Exactly.
So I'm sure when he died, I feel like at some point during the story, maybe Smoke doesn't necessarily know how his parents died or why he ended up being adopted. And maybe they try to hide it from him for X amount of time, but then Bihan reveals the truth and tries to get him to turn against Scorpion / Kuai Liang, and that'd be a pretty interesting. Like, I don't think it's just going to be a Sub-Zero / Scorpion, like, their relationship is going to be a story point. I think it's going to be a triangle of all three of them.
Right. No, like, that would make a lot more sense.
And stuff like that.
And that would be...
They'd be able to use Smoke more. I like that.
100%. I want to see more Smoke, exactly. And that would be one of those changes that Liu Kang makes. But even though Liu Kang changed it, let's say that Liu Kang wanted Smoke and Kuai Liang and Bihan to all, you know, have this loving relationship, albeit it's not very loving when Bihan is your older brother. But we all know that regardless of him trying to do that and him trying to change the past, it's ultimately going to still end up in a tragedy. It does seem that Bihan might still die. Even Scorpion might die. We don't necessarily know. And that's like the whole point, right? Is that
they may kill each other, fighting each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like all three of them, like there's still going to be issues here. And Liu Kang might have done his best. And that's why I think that this theory alone, right, kind of debunks the whole like evil Liu Kang theory. Because the hourglass, it determines destiny. So Liu Kang only has a certain amount of mileage that he can go. He only has a certain amount that he can actually change. And destiny will, no matter what, you know, be set in stone. And so that actually kind of reassures me on that. Okay, continue.
Firstly, NRS, if you're watching this, please
do not.
Please don't do it, man. We've seen it in Injustice. We've seen it in MK9 through 11. Let's not do it. And Ed Boon even stated that Liu Kang, and I'm guessing, I'm sure Garrus remembers everything as well. It just makes sense.
Oh yeah, it does. He has like the best memory out of anybody. He remembers everything.
It makes sense that Liu Kang remembers how everything ended up happening with Raiden and how he became evil and stuff like that, because he literally witnessed it and was killed by him. Like, this was before he had become Dark Raiden. But even as a Revenant, you got to realize this Liu Kang is made up of two different Liu Kangs: the Revenant Liu Kang and the young Liu Kang.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I feel that he will retain all of the memories from the Revenant Liu Kang as well, and I'm sure he's seen that, you know, everything go down that path. So I feel that he tried to do his best to not become that person. Or 100%. God, I should say.
Yeah, it would really just like murder his character development, especially since MK11 was really a Liu Kang game. Like, it was so heavily centric on Liu Kang, and I'm happy for that. Liu Kang got to really shine in that game after being a Revenant for 2 games almost like MKX bleeding into MK11. He was a Revenant.
Revenant / zombie.
Exactly.
The original timeline. He got killed again.
He was also killed. Yeah, and then so this is the perfect way to actually give Liu Kang the love he deserves, right? And I think that him becoming Earthrealm's protector is beautiful. Like, simply, it's exactly what Liu Kang needs as a character. And Liu Kang's like his story arc, being the champion, trying to live up to Raiden's expectations and trying to be a better person, be the best Shaolin, etc. Really like culminates into this character, which is Fire God Liu Kang. And so if they were to make him evil, it would ruin everything. Like, it would ruin everything they've built up. And there's truly no reason for them to do so. Like,
I'm not going to say it'd be a deal breaker with me, but at that point, I really stopped caring about the story of Mortal Kombat. Like, I hate to even say that, bro, because this is literally my favorite, like, game, period. And, like, no, like, it's clear that they've been listening. Like, small things that they've included, or small things, not necessarily small things, but certain things that they've done or included or brought back characters, stuff like that. They listen in that certain aspect.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dominic to listen as far as the story. You don't have to do exactly what we want, but this is something that's so minor, bro. You don't have to make this man evil, bro.
Yeah, like,
please.
Exactly.
I'm so tired of that.
With our theories and everything, I think that it is kind of silly when people say like, oh no, my theory should be the story. It should be 100% what the story is. You shouldn't write your own thing. Of course not. But there is a difference between, you know, writing this crazy fan fiction story that we want to see happen, and then making Liu Kang evil. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Don't do it. It's not that hard.
All you're gonna do is write yourself into another corner, bro.
Another Chronica. That's basically what's gonna be. Is another Chronica.
Literally.
And we do not need that. I promise you, we do not need that.
Not to even mention, there's already talks that there's supposedly going to be other Titans introduced in this game, and I'm like, man. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at it, bro, but I just feel like I would love for this game them to slow down the pace a little. Like, I feel like it's like they try to do too much in one game. Like,
the power creep is
X and 11, the power scaling went to nothing. I was Cassie Cage beating Shinnok, man.
Okay, JD. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
it's okay. Here's the medication. It's okay, Grandma. It's okay. This is the Liu Kang video. Yeah.
You're right.
We'll have the Cassie Cage.
I love it.
I'm telling it to you right now. I'm laying it out. We're gonna do a Cassie Cage episode of the podcast.
Okay,
and
yeah,
we're gonna talk about Cassie Cage versus
I
Shinnok.
love her character, but nah, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that is pretty silly. I think that honestly, I have a reason to not like Cassie anymore. People normally don't even have a reason. It's just because she's a combat kid. But I have a reason, and it's because she killed Shujinko. That's all I need.
Oh shit!
And I don't even dislike Cassie, but now I have a reason to. Exactly.
Mind.
Fuck Cassie, bro. I'm smoking that Cassie pack, bro. Fuck Cassie. Oh my god.
I'm actually about to spark up the Cassie pack right now.
Yeah,
no
that's
way.
Crazy. I honestly forgot about it too until someone brought it up on Twitter. Anyway, this is a weird tangent for us to go on, but it's so silly.
To come back to the topic at hand.
Right.
You just made me think about it, right? During the conquest of Deception, Damashi had Shujinko doing certain tasks, and it directly like interfered with Mortal Kombat characters, right?
Oh, true.
That makes me think once again, Shang Tsung is doing all of these little small. To him, it may not be that major.
Oh my god, I'm not dude, sure. You're cooking so hard with this. I didn't even think about that.
He may be doing the will of the elder gods in his eyes, but little do you know, you're bringing about the strongest character in MK history, being Onaga / the one being.
I really hope the Kamidogu are in this game. The Kamidogu are like such a iconic thing for me, but we'll see. But either way,
fire. What if like inside the Temple of Elements?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna bring that up actually. Yeah, and I think that with like what you're saying with what Shang Tsung is doing, what's so interesting about Shujinko's character, by the way, best character in MK history. But anyway, Shujinko's story takes place from Mortal Kombat 1 to Mortal Kombat Deception. Like his entire story existed throughout all of the games. And like you said, you get to see him actually influence the actual core story
of Mortal Kombat.
And so like it's interesting to see that because it's like these things that happened in the games, and now we see the reason that they happened. And it's because of Shujinko. And so Mortal Kombat 1 is going to basically have that same philosophy, but with Shang Tsung. Let's say that the story mode, like the first 3 hours of story mode or something, or well, it's probably not going to be that long. Let's just say like the first 30 minutes of story mode or something, are completely chill. And then out of nowhere, we have the Tarkat disease. It's like, okay, we don't understand it now, but when we get to see Shang Tsung's side of things, we understand that he's the one that caused it. It'll create this turmoil for Melina or the characters that are affected, but also cause turmoil for Liu Kang, because Liu Kang thought that he created this perfect timeline, but he's gonna realize that some things are set in stone. He can't do anything about it. Again, like I said, it puts me at ease, because it proves to me, or at least makes me believe, that Liu Kang is not doing this intentionally. Which I hated that people thought that originally in general. We can't even blame Liu Kang. He didn't read all the fine print. He didn't read, you know, the entire dictionary worth of what you need to do as a protector of realms.
One thing about this that I kind of feel, okay, it's one of two things in my eyes. I'm thinking either Liu Kang has restarted history countless amounts of times until he felt that he got it perfect enough and remember to take care of certain things so that he could, you know, he could work with it. And this is good, and I can work with this, and this is fine. I'll leave it like this.
Maybe.
And then left it to Garrus. Or he could have just redone it one time. He does everything that he thinks is going to be a problem, and he thinks that, okay, we should be good after this, and then leaves it to Garrus. And then that's when he sees Garrus, my friend. It's been eons, because it's been eons of peace. So I feel like it could be either or. Two kind of makes more sense in my eyes, but if it were to be one, I wouldn't be
mad at it.
Right. I think that you actually saying that kind of lays it out more visually, right? Like that. Okay, so we had peace for eons, and Liu Kang and Garrus both were doing their own thing because they already had the timeline set in stone. Especially with the reveal trailer in mind, where Shang Tsung enters Liu Kang's timeline, seemingly like uninvited. It makes sense that they didn't anticipate Shang Tsung. They didn't anticipate him being there at all. And maybe actually, holy shit, brother. Actually, when we take this into consideration, it's so crazy how important that reveal trailer is now, like all these months later. Maybe that's that's the symbolism in it. So like Liu Kang gave them this ultimatum, right? Liu Kang gave them the choice between peace or bloody strife, right, between every character. And let's say that Liu Kang actually thought that he was doing that, but the trailer is symbolizing that no matter what Liu Kang did or he thought he did for them, Shang Tsung is gonna kill them all. Shang Tsung is gonna ruin it for Liu Kang. No matter what Liu Kang actually thought he did, and he thought that he created this perfect timeline, it was all a hoax. He never had a perfect timeline because of Shang Tsung. And maybe that's what the trailer means after all this time, is that Shang Tsung was gonna mess it all up.
Like,
exactly, bro.
Okay, so let's take it back to the first theory then, that of him restarting it countless times. What if all of those countless times, the problem was Shang Tsung every single time, in some way, some form or fashion? It was him every single time.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Finally, I don't know, maybe he finally killed him in this timeline. And
oh yeah, because he does kill him in that trailer.
Yeah, he did. But I don't want to believe this, because that leads back to time travel and shit again, and I don't want to go through that again.
I do not want that. I think it's gonna be a staple.
Let's just say that it does happen. Maybe Damashi is like how Shujinko went to the Nexus. Maybe there's some place beyond time that a Shang Tsung from whatever timeline, or maybe it is the one, just in the event. Let's just, just.
Oh yeah, maybe. I'm sorry to cut you off really quickly, but maybe since Shang Tsung enters his timeline, maybe this is Aftermath Shang Tsung, and he has his own timeline. So that means he has his own hourglass. Maybe.
People were saying that, okay, no, I could actually add that to the theory. Thank you so much. If there's multiple hourglasses, that kind of like contradicts like the making of the hourglass.
Yeah, there might not be. I might have not been cooking when I said that. There might not actually be multiple hourglasses.
It sounded like it was making a lot of sense, but I don't know about the multiple hourglass part. Yeah, maybe Garrus is like playing both sides.
Ooh, oh my god. Maybe he's helping Shang Tsung. Oh my god. That would be nuts.
Because it's clear that Liu Kang isn't like Kronika and sitting right next to the hourglass 24/7.
True, he's doing his own thing, protecting the realms. Yeah, exactly.
Because he appointed himself to protector of Earth realm rather than protector of the realms when he has the power to be, right?
Right, and so Garrus probably is the one babysitting the hourglass.
Yeah, and like if you have the power, if you've ever obtained the power to get in contact with the hourglass and use it, I guess Shang Tsung and Liu Kang at this point, because nobody else has that isn't already dead.
Right.
And like he gives them counsel as well. But then again, no, that seems a lot less likely, seeing that Liu Kang says my friend and they greet each other like cordially.
True. I think though, even if they did greet each other cordially, and let's say that they don't actually have any beef, or even if Garrus isn't bad or anything, I think that there is still very much so a chance that this version of Shang Tsung or Damashi or whoever might somehow get their hands on the hourglass. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they would do it, but I would have to expect that the hourglass is the pinnacle of power now. And I think that the hourglass, even if it lives beyond the realms, though.
Like,
it lives beyond the realms.
Yeah, like, exactly. So it's like, you have a point. Like, don't know everything.
But we have to think about the Nexus as well. If a normal mortal like Shujinko could access the Nexus, and we can assume that the hourglass lives in a place.
What can a full sorcerer do? This man didn't know anything but Mantis and was beating the hell out of people. What do you think an actual sorcerer can do?
Especially a sorcerer who probably knows about the past timeline. And maybe he told Onaga what happened to him in the past timeline, and is able to help him. Oh yeah, I guess that's another thing. So with Garrus saying that Liu Kang, he tried to like neutralize certain malefactors, that includes Shao Kahn, for sure. And so Shao Kahn became a normal general.
Most definitely. Shao Kahn was really Shang Tsung's biggest enemy, because Shao Kahn was the one telling Shang Tsung what to do. So
yeah, exactly. So like that's like the perfect example, right? Is that like Liu Kang tried to neutralize that malefactor, that enemy, that bad actor, and then he still he still found a way to break from Liu Kang's, like, his new timeline. He broke from the mold that Liu Kang created. And so now, even though he's not a Khan, even though he's not this huge emperor, he's still breaking away from being a normal general and is going to commit treason. So it's like a domino effect, right? Liu Kang tried to line them all perfectly, but then one thing messed up and they all fucking fell.
Yeah, most definitely. Like the conversation with Garrus. 1 second.
Yeah, what a lovely car. What a lovely visit they paid us.
Yeah, I know, right? Thanks for tapping into the JD and Karma podcast. Okay, yeah, the conversation with Garrus. That's pretty clear that that's at the beginning of the game because he's telling Liu Kang about the threat in general. And I feel like in that scene, maybe Garrus will tell him what the threat is or who the threat is, or something like that.
Oh,
Along the lines
maybe
of
like
that.
he didn't know it was Shang Tsung beforehand, and he warns him, maybe because he knows about
Yeah,
Aftermath as well. Obviously, Garrus knows.
exactly. This just makes you think like Shang Tsung is a pretty sly person. Not gonna lie, he's pretty slick, sly. He can morph into anybody, whatever.
Yeah, he's always
But
been. Yeah,
that really just makes me wonder, like, what seed could he have, like, what could he have told this man to get him to commit treason?
that's true, bro. Actually, that's true. Maybe General Shao's like a loser that had like a crush on Sindel this whole time, and he's like, I'll get you Sindel if you betray Outworld or something.
Yeah, that'd be the day. That'd be crazy.
But real talk, I don't know.
In general, he's supposed to be a reimagined character, supposedly. So maybe he's clearly the strongest Outworld soldier they have. So they appointed him as general. And with being general, you have to have a certain type of relationship with royalty.
True.
So,
we know that through Countess Jade as well. One thing that's interesting, I just thought about. Maybe we can end on this note because it's definitely gonna make you go like, oh no. But there's a character that's definitely in this game.
I'm scared now.
There's a character that's definitely in this game that we have not brought up a single time in this discussion, and that's Havoc. So many issues with the timeline. It could actually have to do with Havoc as well. We don't know.
Dang.
So who knows? Or maybe somebody becomes Havoc. That seems much more likely in this game, that somebody's going to become Havoc.
Crazy.
And he might be the one doing this.
Man, it's crazy that with all the characters being, I feel that they chose the specific number of characters that they did for a reason, so that they can tell a nice, full, complete story. I feel like everybody's going to be involved in some type of way, in some, to the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So, Havoc definitely is going to have something to do with something.
Yeah, even if it's not in the beginning, like he might, even if it's not in the beginning, let's say that he is actually General Shao or General Reiko. Who's the guy?
I say King Jared.
Yeah, King Jared. Maybe he is King Jared in the beginning, but by the end, he actually aids Shang Tsung. Havoc as a character in general, if Havoc isn't tied to one of the characters in this new timeline, the rule of the game, the thing that he does, is create chaos, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
So
Cleric of Chaos
he will do that. He's the Cleric of Chaos for a reason. Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. Like maybe, okay, boom, King Jared dies some way, somehow. The moment of his death, he realizes how it happens, and like, dang, like my Empress, my daughters did nothing. Like the person that killed me is still among our ranks. Let's say it is Tanya. Let's just say let's just hypothetically.
Yeah, you could even say anyone to insert with Tanya. The point still stands.
Exactly. And she's the leader of the Ungani, and they're the ones that killed me. Boom. Maybe Shang Tsung resurrects his body, or whatever the case may be. And
he wants vengeance. Like he wants revenge.
Exactly. He could align with Shang Tsung, which causes him to also align with Shao to help, get things stirred up, because he wants to seek out revenge against Outworld, the hierarchy of Outworld in general.
Yeah, true.
And at that point, he'd be Havoc rather than King Jared.
Exactly. By the time that all this ensues and all this this stuff happens to him, not only physically but mentally, it'll definitely be a completely different character in its own right.
Because seeing that a person becomes Havoc, and Havoc's design is like he has some human skin, and like it's like his face is like cut off or burned off, whatever the case may be.
Melted. Yeah.
Maybe the injuries he took from being killed, he gets his body comes back alive as what it is now, and now he just dismembers his body for attack. That'd be fire.
Let's just wait.
Of substance to have.
Let's just wait until the next trailer and they reveal that King Jared's face was actually melted in the Deadpool, and then we find out it's just fucking Havoc on spot. That would be crazy. I would cry, definitely. But anyway, we're gonna end it here. The whole point of this was to say that It's not Liu Kang's fault. Liu Kang is innocent. It seems that the hourglass determined destiny, right? No matter what Liu Kang tried to change, destiny and fate was in stone.
Yeah, it seems like he didn't read the fine print when he was messing with the hourglass, and maybe Garrus didn't even understand everything, because Krona clearly didn't understand everything, and she was the keeper of time for how long as a Titan? Who knows how long she was the keeper of time?
Yeah, as one of the strongest beings in history, and she couldn't even handle it. Like, she was killed by a mortal turned to a god. So Liu Kang is bound to make mistakes, but it's not his fault. It is not his fault.
He gonna make up for his mistakes, man. We're gonna figure it out.
Oh, I can't wait for that like anime main character moment Liu Kang's gonna have at the end of this game, bro. It's gonna be insane. I already know it.
Yeah, bro. If he's summoning black holes as his fatality, he has to do some type of cold shit during the story. If he's summoning black holes as a freaking fatality, he has to be doing some type of cold shit during the story mode. Like, I don't think these trailers are throwing justice of like the action we're gonna see.
100%. Yeah, I've actually talked about that on stream. As far as these trailers, the way that the story cinematics have evolved from 9X and 11, MK1 is going to be a different ballpark. It's going to be something entirely different, a new beast.
I literally everything that they've shown us, nothing has been like, it's been gory, it's been fire, it looks fire for sure, but nothing has been like what the fuck until they just show Liu Kang's fatality, and it's like, if you can do that, what else can you do? Because all we ever see in these trailers is regular fights.
True. And that's one of 25 characters and a story mode and a new game mode we don't even know about. This game is going to be the best Mortal Kombat game.
Exactly.
Like, Mortal Kombat Deception does exist. It does exist. We'll see. It definitely could be.
Okay. No. At this point, well, yeah, it can be, but all I'm going to say is Deception is so close to my heart. If it can get up to being as good as Deception, if not better, they're both just going to sit up top for me together.
Yeah, Deception can't leave. Deception burned its ass into that chair. It can't leave. It simply cannot. But yeah, that's basically it though. And we have a new reveal coming out on Friday, I think.
This week, with the Kombat cast.
And the Kombat cast as well. So we have the Kombat cast reveal and a new character reveal at EVO. So
exactly. So we're getting a lot of content right now.
We're getting stuff soon.
I'm ready. And then apparently with the Kombat cast, I'm pretty sure they're gonna start it off with the trailer. I'm guessing.
Yeah, like they did last time. Yeah, exactly.
And then go into the gameplay stuff. But they did say they're gonna reveal a new character and like their gameplay. So.
Ooh, okay. Wasn't it called like somebody who was like, what was the name?
Yeah, Revenge of the Banished.
Revenge of the Banished. Yeah, it's gonna be someone crazy.
Feel like Ashra.
It could be Ashra. Yeah, it's gonna be someone crazy for sure. Like somebody that we want. It's not gonna be some random lame character, right? Exactly. Like they're not gonna do a Sony reveal or something, so we'll be fine.
Nah, shit. Okay. Dude. Anyway, let's just end right there before I get mad. I love Sony.
Yeah, it's easy to joke about Sony.
Her story is just boring.
Yeah, it's very easy to joke about Special Forces when, stories like MK1's story exist. It's very easy to joke about it. Yeah, that's about
Hopefully y'all were able to keep, stay on track with everything we were saying and kind of comprehend what we mean about the story and stuff like that, and connect the dots that we were connecting. But if not, I hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, we kind of are sporadic, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And JD will return. This is like the end of a superhero movie where it says Iron Man will return. A JD will return. And I appreciate you for coming on, man. And
no, definitely, man. Anytime.
Yeah, it was a great discussion. And basically we wanted to talk about Liu Kang, but it's hard to stay on one topic for these videos. But I appreciate you all for watching. Make sure you all stay safe and stay hydrated. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Nah, I'm right where I gotta be. I'm a star, I ain't talking astrology. Keep it real, ain't no reason to lie to me. Tried to get over, man, fuck your apology. Ain't no going back from there. You don't want out to smoke like an asthma attack. If you rolling a swish, I don't wanna match.